Hey, it's Pika out here in Singapore, and I am so thrilled to be talking to you tonight because I wanted to actually introduce you to one of my producer friends. His SoundCloud channel is actually called Strain D, and he's got a YouTube channel as well. I'll probably put the links down in my comments here in a little bit, but I just wanted you to listen a little bit and enjoy the music and the talent of this young man in Sri Lanka. I'm actually really proud to call him a friend. I don't know what else to say. It's a mix of everything. It's one of his older tracks, and he's got new stuff coming out right now. So eventually I'll get around to all of the tracks one by one. And yeah, hopefully you like what you hear and you let me know what you think. And as we go along, we'll see what we can do. Yeah? Anyway, this young man's name is Phoenix. At least that's what I know him as. And like I mentioned, he's on SoundCloud, and this is one of his older tracks. I think it's from a year ago or so. It's called Cholin 2, and his SoundCloud channel is actually called Strain, Straind, and he does have a YouTube channel. Like I said, I'll put them in the comments later. I wanted to just shout him out a little bit because, as you all know, I'm working with Unknown Music Asia and trying to see if I can get them the kind of support that they need, because they're doing big things, they have the talent, they're putting in the work. I just feel like, people who are doing the work definitely need a shout out, definitely need someone behind them. So I'll do whatever I can, and yeah, we'll see how it goes from there. In the meantime, I just wanted to let y'all know that, today was a pretty good day. It was interesting. I got to see a lot of things that I wasn't ready for. Obviously, things happen whether you're ready for them or not. It just depends on how you react to them. So for the most part, work was interesting. Got to see the other side of student care / tuition, because we do take care of the kids. They kind of stay there past the times that their classes go on or whatever. We just take care of them until their parents come pick them up. So got to stretch a little bit about how to take care of kids. And handle the ones that are in need of a little more TLC, basically. So that was interesting. It was an eye-opener today. And I definitely see an area that upsets me, which means it's something that I really need to work on and maybe need a little more coaching or guidance or, I don't know, lessons, so that I can be a better person in general, So that was work, and got home from work and wanted to chill out for a little bit. So we watched the second half of a Tamil movie I started yesterday, and even that was, parts of that movie kind of had me upset as well. It's normal. It's one of the things that I love about Tamil movies. You have, the fight scenes, you have the love scenes, you have something that's like a tearjerker in the middle. It's got everything. So obviously it had me off kilter for a little bit, and I really thoroughly enjoyed it, but it still hit a nerve in a couple places, and I want to make sure that, going forward, that whatever it is that hits a nerve with me, it reminds me that there's something that I need to work on within myself. So the lessons are actually in all of your triggers, if you've ever noticed. But that's all work and, the spiritual work that we're working on right now. So in the meantime, tonight I want to talk to you about collaborations and support. So like I started off with, I was talking about, Phoenix and his Strain D SoundCloud channel, and then he just released a couple new tracks. So I want to get to them in a couple of days, but I wanted to introduce you to some of the tracks that I enjoyed. So that's why I played one in the beginning of this podcast episode, and I want you to kind of hear it a little bit and see if you like it. And obviously I will link it down in the comments so that you can go ahead and check out his channel for yourself. In the meantime, I like the idea of supporting people that I appreciate, the people that have talent that I get to work with or even have heard of. To be able to shout them out means that you appreciate their work, that they resonate with you on some level. And it's not everybody. I mean, I don't like everybody's picture just for the hell of liking it. If it doesn't speak to me in some way, shape, or form, I'm not going to like your picture. No offense. I'm just going to skip over it, because it's all in line with who I am, too. I'm not trying to be like, I like everybody because they're friends with me on Facebook. It's not like that. if I see something of value or substance or something that moves me, like I said, that's when I'm going to chime in and say something. If I can, I'm going to share it wherever I can and, get you the exposure that I think you deserve. It's been like that all of 2017. Okay, not all of 2017, most of 2017. Came across a lot of people who had a lot of talent, came across some people who needed a little nudging to get on their way because they have the talent, but they don't understand it, appreciate it, or believe in themselves yet. So that's something that I was working on as well. In the meantime, there are people that I can't wait to continue our collaborations because I see like potential for all parties involved to really, come forward and present their message in such a way that the rest of the world will actually sit up and listen, pay attention, So people, for instance, are like, the whole cast of Unknown Music Asia. I'm so proud of them all. Actually, they all have their own unique talents. And I mean, I'm nobody in the organization. I'm just like kind of like their cheerleader, basically. So I'm actually really happy to be part of that. Super proud of August Crenshaw and her podcast, Real Women Don't Bitch, if I remember that correctly. And she is a phenomenal speaker. I love the way that she actually she presents her material. She's full of passion. She really understands what it means to be an entrepreneur and push for the kind of exposure that you would need, but at the same time being authentic on your own. Like, she's known as Mrs. Raw, Real, and Relentless on SoundCloud as well. She has her own website, which is where the podcast is featured, but she's also recently listed on Spotify. And she's doing the damn thing. I'm so proud of her. She's amazing, and her energy is like just it's so different. It's refreshing, to be honest. And honestly, I can't talk about August Crenshaw without talking about Cheryl Chapman as well. Cheryl Chapman was the one who turned me on to August Crenshaw, but she's been part of my Crown for Success team, and she has been like cheerleader from day one, was able to, point me in the right direction, give me a little bit of advice, and she gets hyped up about talking to me, about my business, not only about hers, but about my business as well. And that's not something you find very often. And you already know, like a couple of the others, you already know about Mia. She's out in China, and I'm so proud of her as well. She graduated from our RVP class, and she's been like on fire ever since. And then, of course, my favorite, Vanessa out in Toronto, who is my financial advisor, as well as the CEO of Mintworthy, and she's doing a damn thing too. She's off and running at a clip over here, just doing her thing. And I'm proud to be around people with energy like that, really, because you don't find it anywhere. And these are the kinds of people that want to see you succeed while they succeed as well. And you don't see that every day either. Who else? Super grateful to Miss Wendy Porter, the CEO of Crown for Success, because she's the one who gave me my start. So she believed in me before I even believed in me, before I even thought I had any kind of talent to showcase here. So she gave me a shot, and along the way I found my voice, and here I am, 160 some episodes later, doing really well, I think, and actually feeling productive with the kind of work that I do. So honestly, the support that you find along the way and the fact that you can support them in return is really major in this in today's marketplace, because I don't think people are in it for everybody else. A lot of people are still in that there's only enough sunshine for me, so I better get it while I can kind of mindset, and that's not okay, but it's not something that's going to be fixed overnight either. I mean, it's going to take some time, y'all. So honestly, I feel pretty good about the fact that we found one another, like the few of us so far, and I know that number is going to get bigger and bigger in 2018, and I know that people like Queens Recognize Queens and Jahan, and Queens Recognize Queens, actually Ebony from New York, and Jihan is out there as well. She's part of my Crown for Success team as well. Like, I haven't had a chance to work with them like I want to yet, but I know that time is coming as well. So all these little collaborations, mostly because we gravitate towards one another because our energy is about on the same level, our drive is on the same level, our passion for success is on the same level. Christina is another one of those ladies who is, a shining star, getting ready to take off as well. Like, there's a lot of y'all out there, and there's really not enough time to go into who all I'm proud of, who all I want to work with, but know that y'all are all out there, and I'm actually really excited to be, in contact with you guys to begin with so that we can actually get some work started. Now, I did come across a couple other people that, they were from back in 2014 when I started playing with music, and another one recently that has kind of popped up as well. So in line with Unknown Music Asia, I have Kamisha, who is out in Detroit, and she's doing a lot of important work on confidence, but she's also in the music game as well. So she has been instrumental in kind of pointing me in the right direction. And along with her, and she happens to be Crown of Success as well, don't forget. But along with her, there have been, like I said, some people that popped up from back in 2014 who are looking for either collaborations or even just a connection here in Singapore, so they can get some work done out here. While they're out here, we can promote them and throw a couple parties, maybe get some exposure out here for them. So shout out to Janardhan Siva, who is based out in Germany, Darius Ravishankar, who's based out in Denmark, Vipak, who reached out to me from France, and who else? Chikati, who's actually traveling at the moment, who is also reaching out. So, I mean, there's a lot of people that are popping back up. So I know it's kind of giving me the impression that music is something that's supposed to be a part of my life as well. So I'm actually really excited about all of these prospects. But in the meantime, I do what I can with what I have, and try and be as authentic as possible, try and promote you the best way I know how without compromising what I believe in, and also making sure I highlight the things that I think are important about you. So, believe it or not, I actually enjoy this part of my life. I'm one of those people who has always been happy to connect you with somebody I know. So I'm one of those I'm one of those people that's like, yo, I know somebody that knows somebody. So just sit tight and let me put you in contact with them. So far that's always worked out for me, and looks like I'm quickly becoming that person that somebody knows that somebody knows. So I hope to do it justice to be, that connection person or whatever. And I don't know. I can't even it isn't enough to say that I'm grateful or that I'm thankful or that I'm blessed. It's like serendipity almost. Everything is happening at just the right time. It's all divine timing, and there's nothing I could do anyway. Even if I screw it up, it's still going to happen, right? So I'm hoping that with enough time and with some careful planning, that all of these ideas that I have, all of these connections that I want to make, all of these collaborations that I want to work on will work out to the best, to the benefit of everyone involved. Like, I want the highest and best good for all of you, seriously. Because if y'all succeed, that means I succeeded somewhere. I was able to connect you to whoever you needed or get you whatever you needed, and that's like the best feeling in the world. Like, it's not about me. For me at this point in time, I'm not looking for a quick buck. I'm not trying to make money off anybody. Right now, if you say you need help and I see a way that I might be able to help, that's enough for me. As long as I can come through and you feel like I did you a solid, then yeah, I think I did good then. I feel good about that. Not everyone feels that way, obviously, and it's a damn shame, because we could move forward so much faster if everyone was just on board with everybody else. If everyone was kind of talking the same language, vibrating at the same frequency, using the same kind of energy, just putting your best self out there, I think that we could all move forward a whole lot faster. And I'm waiting for that day. But in the meantime, I'm gonna do me. I'm gonna make sure that whatever I do is 100% upfront, and that way nothing comes back to bite me in the ass later, because that's the last thing I need. I want to be on the up and up. I want to be that person that takes the high road every time, that, really, if I'm going to put my mouth, if I'm going to put my foot in my mouth and tell you that I'm going to do something, I'm going to make sure that I do something. So I'm actually really proud, a very proud person, and just thrilled at the prospect of connecting so many people. Like, yeah, Mark Zuckerberg may have made, Facebook or whatever, but the fact that there is a means by which we can all be connected to each other, means that we have an obligation to help each other, right? I mean, if you see somebody in trouble, if I notice you put up something that kind of shows me that you're in pain, and if I don't ask, I feel bad about it, it's gonna upset me no end. So that's the kind of person I am, and I'm hoping that I stay that kind of person, that nothing kind of, changes my smile or changes the way I do things, because it is all love. Seriously, it's all love, and I couldn't be more proud of every one of you. So to everyone that I shouted out tonight, I can't wait. 2018, y'all, is just starting. We got a lot of work to do, but let's get this shit started, really. Let's, just go ahead and put our nose to the grindstone, basically, and get all this work knocked out, because once the foundation is laid, once the framework is up, once we start putting up, the rest of the house, once we build it, they will come, right? Yeah, I'm sorry. I went to the Field of Dreams with y'all. So, but seriously, once we build it, once we put it together, people start recognizing. So I can't wait. Oh, a couple of the people I completely forgot to shout out. My boy Kevin out in Virginia, and then Hop as well. So there are 2 t-shirt companies that I'm super proud of, because we all went to college together. And who knew, right? Who knew that we'd be friends now, talking about business and stuff. So one is Meet the Curator. I love his work. I love the way he set up everything. I love the things he talks about. And the funny thing is, we barely spoke like 10 sentences to each other while we were in college. The other guy is Hop. Hop, you and I go way back, and I'm super proud of you. His line is called "Grind Until You Die." And you know what? That's pretty much how I feel right now. Like, I will sleep when I die, but for now, let's get this money. Let's get this work started. So thank you so much for listening. I know it was kind of short tonight, but I did want to get it out there and make sure that y'all know that, yes, I am with Unknown Music Asia. I'm proud to be, affiliated with them. And whatever I can do to help, I will. And if you feel like, you think that I might be able to help you too, please do shout me out. And if I can, I will. And if I can't, I'll let you know, or I'll try and put you in touch with somebody who can. All right? So I'm going to call it a night, y'all. And I will talk to you again tomorrow. Bye.